the clock, yeah. If I can see them as a link, then I know that I gotta behave as the watch. Crank it up if only by a notch. Master the art and then give him a swatch. Put everything that I got on the line, I ain't wasting no time, cause I'm racing the clock, yeah.
Them say them love we, but that I yesterday. Get where them want and switch it up already. Them not go draw we out on no, not today. It not so easy if you drain me energy. Cause blessings follow anywhere where we dey. How good with everybody. No, they have to say. Hey, woman them royal, soldier them loyal. Casual or formal, them selling no normal. Flow them immortal, yeah. More than a jawful, yeah. Rhythm them awful, wicked and lawful, we not stopping, no. Man, no time for no stoplight. Man, I travel at top speed, but this are the top flight. This are the big league. So every 8 bar or 16 is a big deal. Food for your thought on a kid's meal. Package it proper, it been sealed. Recipe of a master. Them boy they can't boil water. Cooking up a recipe a disaster. That's the reason, this is my season. Them my degrees are torture. Carry the torch at different peaks, so regular people now walk at. Me I compete with my past self. That is what making me sharper. Look how we achieve every quarter. Way before we make a quarter. Always have heart, so when times hard, we pick up and we a go harder. None of my people not starve, yeah. Me have the world in my palm, take it and bring it a yard, yeah. Them say they love we, but that guy yesterday. Get where them want and switch it up already. Them not go draw we out on no, today. It not so easy if you drain the energy. Cause blessings follow anywhere where we dey. How good with everybody. No, they have to say. With on target, reggae the top of the market. If there is ever a problem, listen to the album and that go dissolve it. We attire clean where you said I can. When I go with the flow, where your head height. Sevilla will it down like a Jedi. Couple souls, couple days, pan the roads in a bed and the dancers come in pan a red eye bow. Cerebral flowing.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Rodgers on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 68 yards. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, 73 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer. I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there. Very similar to what we just saw. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease. You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers flush to his right. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability. Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. But just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across. Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Pollard to return from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. And he is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
First down, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. 4th down, Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's Jones again on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Check 26, check 26. Kill.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Flushed out right. Open man right side is St. Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 44, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Rodgers going to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Prescott on 1st down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. They're putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
To the air again, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Being chased out left. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There's a Darius Smith there, getting in and bringing him to the ground. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Prescott from the gun. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. Prescott to throw it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 30. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead, you got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Prescott now. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll look to run with Dillon. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Dillon. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll run for it with Dillon. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone.